is T.I.'s son, who had a meltdown. T.I.'s son, King, I believe it's King. King had a meltdown at a basketball game where Tip had to grab this boy up because for whatever reason, the boy wants the world to know that he grew up in the trenches and in the hood, and he was only dropped off over there when they were filming the reality show. That was the only time he was even at the mansion, but he lived with grandma in a bando. So this is the narrative that the young brother is preaching. Now, to me, this is a child. I have empathy for children. I don't know King's actual age. I have empathy, but he's crying out for something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. You know what I mean? But my message to him is be, man, you should be proud that your parents worked so hard to give you this rich and easy life. Okay. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. You know, my father worked at Wonder Bread. My mom worked at Cook County. We didn't have a lot, but we had a lot of love. I was in the neighborhood. I'm, I don't, should I wear that as a badge of honor? And we also need to question ourselves as Black people as to why do we somehow equate growing up in the hood and the projects as something great? It's not. It's an unfortunate circumstance. That's what it is. And I grew up in that shit, but it's what it is. I don't, you know, I'm not necessarily dismissing where I'm from or anything like that. Well, but what is this thing about our culture and subculture where kids want to wear pissy hallways living in the projects as some badge of honor? As if to say you grew up in the hood, you grew up in a bando, you grew up in the trap, like you're gonna walk into a bank and they're gonna give you an award. What does he want? Award? If I was T.I. and that was my son, I have only one son. That's his heart. But if my son, as hard as I'm working to get us to greater pastures, greener pastures, wants to act like he live in the hood or the trap, we gonna go. What I'm gonna do is drop his ass off in there. I'm gonna take the jewelry, the money, whatever car I gave him, clothes, drop his ass off right over there on Hollowell and drive off, honk the horn, and say good luck. I'll at because this is what you want. I'm gonna give it to you because there are a lot of us who suffer in these conditions that don't want to be there. It's not a person on earth that wakes up and says, "Hey, I want to I want to be a migrant slave in Dubai and work in the desert all day or some ghetto of Africa, some ghetto no, no, be proud of where you come from. And even if you come from that, but as Black people, we cannot continuously be like, yeah, I'm from the hood. If you come to me as a grown ass Black man and you start your street shit with me and you want to roll that, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care, bro. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I can give a fuck about a tough street nigga. I don't care. I'm a white person. Talk to me how you do them old white people. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like all these motherfuckers that want to be street, they want to be street. There's no honor amongst thieves, man. Ain't no honor amongst thieves. You can't hold this shit as no badge of honor. Don't work. Don't work. I got a lot of people I knew, grew up with, in the cemetery right now because they want to hold it down and live the life in the cemetery in the penitentiary, man. It ain't worth it. How many more stories you gotta hear? How many more times Wallow got to show up and talk to a young man for an hour and a half before he go to the penitentiary? How many more times? How many more times I gotta hear the excuse? You grew up in the hood. You didn't have no daddy, no mama, the school. We all came from it. We all from it. Now what? Now what? You from it? I'm from. We all from it. What's your excuse? Because what is happening in this country, and this is a message to all my brothers and sisters, African Americans, people, descendants of slavery. This is what's happening. Here's some truth for your ass. We have an increase of immigrants, big increase of Africans, of West Indians, of Haitians who look just like us, who came from conditions, who are amassing wealth and power, who will be in those positions of power. And that white boogeyman is going to be long gone. And they are not going to care about your story or your excuse. They not going to care about it. So they going to look at you and say, we didn't have running water where I'm from, but we got to this country and made it happen. Remember this in 10 years. You can walk with your picket sign. You can hold hands. You can do whatever you want. But in the words of Deion Sanders, they coming. So remember what I'm telling you. They coming. And I'm your brother. I'm your brother. They call me the coon word all the time, but I'm keeping it a buck. I see this shit. I see the writing on the wall. I see the NBA changing. I see the NBA. You got your top 5 players are foreign, bro. Are international right now. That's what you got. This is happening in front of our eyes. So get ready. Throw the excuses out the window, man. We all poor. We all messed up. All of us. All of us. We can all sing that song. But it's what you do with it. So I will keep on going. My prayers go out to the young brother Ken. And you can't, a lot of people want to question the parenting of T.I. and Tiny. But you can't question that because, the other children are doing well. They're not, they're doing good. So this particular young man has some issues that need to be addressed. And my prayers go out to him. And when I talk to T.I., we will have this conversation.